Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I know the last videos that I said were on SPY and on Bitcoin and stuff, and on SPY basically calling the bottom. I think price was like at 390, and I said that after looking at the record chart, it does look like that will be the official bottom, and I stick by that. Right, I'm sticking by that as of right now. I still think that we have hit the hard bottom. I do not think that we are going back down to 265. The only real way that I think that we hit 265, or sorry, 365 again on SPY or any lower than that, is if CPI comes out to something stupid, like they announce like a 20% CPI or some ridiculously huge, like black swan event or something, right? As of right now, I'm not saying I think that we're gonna like tank again, but I do think right now there's a really good chance that we how do you call this, that we've hit a top on this bull rally, right? And I wanted to come and make this videos because I'm not saying there is going to be a correction. I'm bullish. I think that this trend right here is actually going to break to the upside, and we're going to continue this rally towards, and we're going to continue this rally towards the upright, to the upside, right? The NASDAQ right now is looking, I don't want to say extremely like divergent. It is divergent. This is essentially how I've showed, my Patreon members how to trade. And as of, this is a trade that I would take 100% every single day, right? It's just a short that I would take. Personally, I'm not going to do it because I am bullish. But Forex, I am bullish, so I'm not gonna like actually, what is it called, like add more to my position, because there's a possible, there's a huge possibility that we actually come right back down. And this is actually divergent, right? I'm not gonna show you guys how to trade this because I'm not, but this is 100% divergent. And as of right now, I can't give you guys a forecast of where we could possibly go, right? So it's basically peak to low on the trend Fibonacci, and then all the way back to peak right there. So for the NASDAQ, we can't expect, well, this is an example of a small sneak peek. If you guys want to join the Patreon, of how, I taught everybody how to trade divergence, and this is basically, this is the very last part, after you figure it out if you're going to be in the trade or not. And whoops. So let's put this right here. This is where we're essentially looking at where you're gonna do your target, and you're looking for major points of market structure, right? And market structure just means resistance or support, or major points of support, right? There's right now. Let me see if you have any big ones over here. Nope. So you do have, when you go to the left side, right, you do have one major point of support, which is right. You have a couple, but you have a major point of support right there. You do have major points of, well, it's not support, but market structure, right? You have market structure right here, market structure right there. You have another big market structure right there. So just big points of market structure, right? Big points of structure that you think are that we see that are possible good forms of retests, right? So as of right now, we do see here, I think we have one more over here. I think like this whole thing is like market structure right there, right? So usually I look at this and I look for the places where there's the most structure, or the heaviest structure, or the most important structure. It does look like this level here at 8,433 is a huge market structure point, right? You definitely have 3 points of market structure. Again, you have a huge top here, right, on the NASDAQ back in February 2020, right before COVID, when you have that big crash, right? So you have a pretty close market structure there, along with 2 points of market structure. Like this whole area was just structured, right? So if I had to if I had to do a target, right, I'd probably be more conservative. My Patreon members know that I'm a little bit more conservative when I trade. I like to, give the benefit of the doubt to the least resistance, right? The path of least resistance. And obviously right now, it seems like the path of least resistance would more than likely be market structure around this area, right? Because going all the way down to, because you do have the most market structure down here at 84, 84.22, whatever, on this area. but you do have pretty big market structure, which was a previous top and a big psychological zone for the market overall right here, right? So you can definitely come down here and then bounce. And this is essentially what happened with Bitcoin, right? You went down to 17K, which was the previous high of 2017. You hit that high and then you bounce from there like 19K, right? So as of right now, this would be forecast, right? And then, I'll show you guys how to short, I mean, not short this, but this is basically the trade that I would take, right? Like that. I would run this all the way down here, take this off, and that's basically your trade. That's basically your short right there. If I had to short this, I'd do my stop like right here, which is a little bit higher than previous market structure, like around this area, right? You guys can see these two little wicks, like wick, and then these two candles. I'd probably do a little bit higher than that just to not get stopped out. Let's give it some wiggle room. And you would have an 8 to almost a 9 to 1. You'd have, if this hits, you basically make 900%, right? You have a 9 to 1 return ratio, risk to reward. So, if I were to guess, I would short this all day long on the NASDAQ. And I think as of right now, there's a very high probability that we've reached the top on the NASDAQ and we're going to come all the way back down. Whoops, why did I get rid of that? There we go. We're going to come all the way back down here to 98.65, which would actually give us a brand new bottom, right? Which is the really bad part. And last time we actually ran from wick to low, or from trend touch to low, we did what? Last time it took us to go to low, it took what? Actually, I'll do it over here because this is actually the actual low that it hit and before it recovered. So we did 50 days, right? 50 days, we ran all the way down. Same thing here. We went 29 days before like a little recovery. So I'm going to do this like 24 days before a recovery. Or this is 50 days. 73. No, I'll do this. Yeah, because this is it's more appropriate actually. So, the first instance you dropped 2748 points. The next one 3,671, and then with this drop, if we do actually drop to that first wick, this would be, let's give a rough estimate. Let's do 49, right? We'll do 49 days from today. So 49 days would put us at late September, right? And then we'll do 49 days. We'll do right at, I think that's like right there. All right, so we are, it's actually a little bit lower. Let me see, a little bit lower, like right there somewhere. So 49 days, around that area. Yeah, that's fine. We would drop, it's right around that estimate, right? 33,413 drop is right around that 36, right around that 27. So on average, you could see a drop all the way down like this, which would put us down at new lows. Again, if you thought that I don't want to say if you think that this is divergent, because it very much is, right? So the probability of this hitting is extremely high. But because I am bullish, I do think that this leg up right now is actually going to break, and we're going to go to the upside on the NASDAQ, right? That's what I think. I think personally we're still going to keep going up. I think that leg is going to break, and I'm not bearish, but if I was bearish, this would be the target right now, and this would be another 25% drop on the NASDAQ. So that means that on SPY, with a 25% drop on the S&P 500, right, from here, if you were to drop here 25%, that would put us right at 300, 310, which would give us a huge drop. Jesus. But the crazy part is that you'd be right at, what's 310? 309, 310. No, let's say if you do have a huge drop, you're probably going to go to 325, like 340 or so, if you do have like a big drop. So I'd probably say, I wouldn't say like that much. I'd say like that, maybe something like that, right, within that 49 days. But if we drop, we start dropping now. I think if we drop, we do start dropping now. Personally, I don't think we will. I don't think we will drop that hard. But if we do drop, it's got to start now, like today, right? Like these next like couple of day ranges, I think this would be considered the top if we look 50 days, sorry, into the future. But again, I'm bullish. I'm still bullish to a SPY 420, 430 or an SPX 420, 430. NASDAQ, I think that breaks that trend high, and I think we just keep going up. But the NASDAQ is divergent, which is basically saying like, hey, we're going to hit brand new lows. I don't think so, right? I think we're going to keep, I think everything's going to keep running, and we're going to go from there. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.